Welcome to Biology My Passion. I am Soumya Harikrishna. Let us learn a new chapter, excretory products and their elimination. So what are the parts of our excretory system? Our excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys. From there originate a pair of ureters. Ureters enter into the urinary bladder, and from there the urethra is voiding out of the urine or passing out of the urine. So when we talk about the kidney usually is actually 10 to 12 centimeter in length. Your small scale is 15 centimeter, so maybe 3 centimeter lesser than that. Okay, and what is the width of that? 5 to 7 centimeter, and thickness is almost 2 to 3 centimeter. Now coming to the weight, almost 120 to 170 grams is the weight of each kidney, and it is located between the 12th thoracic, means we know we have vertebral column, 7 cervical vertebrae are there, then supporting our chest cavity we have 12, that will come up to the mid back. From there starts the lumbar, which are actually supporting our abdominal region. So between the last thoracic, that means the mid back, and from there 3 vertebrae. So almost here is the position of our kidney, and they are in the dorsal side, means the back side. This is our ventral side, here is our dorsal side, inner dorsal wall of the our body. Okay, then when we talk about the structure of a single kidney, you know that a kidney has got a structure of a beam, right? So here this is the structure, and here is a notch shaped part, that is called a hilum. Even in the case of seeds we use the same terminology, hilum. So here the outer part can be called as the cortex, whereas the inner part is called the medulla. This is a common term. Even when we talk about adrenal gland, adrenal cortex is the outer part, adrenal medulla is the inner part. When we talk about the cerebrum in the brain, cerebral cortex is outer part, cerebral medulla is inner part. So this is a common term to indicate outer and inner parts respectively. Then inside this, here is a large space, this is called a pelvis. Okay, so this pelvis is the region where the urine gets collected. So from the pelvis region there are certain structures which are projecting into the medulla or kidney, okay, inside the kidney. So these are called a calyx. Calyx is singular, plural is calyces. Okay, now these calyces are continuation with some triangular shaped structures. They are the medullary pyramids. This is the medulla region. In the medulla region the projections calyxes are there. Then here we have the medulla. So the outer part is the cortex. So medulla is actually like a triangular structures, medullary pyramids we say, pyramid like structures, right? So this is the structure. So here is the hilum. This notch is called a hilum. This part is called the pelvis. From there these projections are called a calyx or plural calyces. The inner part is medulla, which are in the form of medullary pyramids, and outer is the cortex. So in between the cortex is extending inside this medulla. In between medulla the cortex is extending. These are called the columns of Bertini. Okay, the extension of cortex into the medullary region is called the column of Bertini. So these are the different parts of a kidney. Now you know that from here what will come down? The ureter will be coming down. At the same time there are blood vessels going inside the kidney carrying oxygen to the kidney, and then the blood vessel coming out, that is vein, going in its artery carrying oxygen, but it has the waste to be eliminated out. But after elimination of waste and distributing oxygen, it will collect the carbon dioxide and come out, that is called the renal vein. So I can draw renal artery in red color. So this renal artery will be going inside, and it will branch and rebranch. So around all this, so many branches will form. Okay, and from here all the fine branches will be there for the artery. renal artery, these are called arterioles. The branches of artery are called arterioles. Now each arteriole will be entering into a Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule means it's a part of the nephron. So here also many nephrons are there. We know how many nephrons are there in each kidney. Almost 1 million nephrons are there in each kidney. So the branches of this renal artery called arterioles will enter into the nephrons. So there are so many nephrons here. Okay. After that, who will collect back everything? The vein. So from here, the veins are also forming veinlets. They will collect back, and together they come here, and they all come out together as the renal vein outside. But this is renal artery. So renal artery carries the nitrogenous waste to be excreted out, whereas renal vein is bringing the pure blood from the kidney. Now in between these from the nephrons are collecting duct. Many collecting ducts will be opening here, collecting the urine from all the nephrons, and urine gets collected here. From there it will go down through the ureters to the urinary bladder, where it will be stored for some time, and once it is completely filled up to its capacity, the voiding out of urine will happen. What are the functions of kidney? Kidney has the main function of excretory. Waste products are eliminated out of the body through kidneys. But at the same time, there is one more vital role the kidney plays, that is osmoregulation. Means maintenance of the ionic and water balance in our body, so that we are not either swelling up or we are not dehydrated. It is because of the balance created by the kidney. So that process is called osmoregulation. So kidney as such is not filtering. Kidney has got its functional units for filtration. What are they? They are the nephrons. So one nephron, if you see the structure, it has two parts. The first part is called the glomerulus, which is formed by the branch of artery. Means I told renal artery comes inside and it branches into many arterioles, right? One of these branches will go inside each nephron, that is forming the glomerulus. So initial part of then the tubular part. First I will draw the tubular part. The tubular part starts with a cup-shaped structure. This is called a Bowman's capsule. Now from there the tubes are highly coiled. This structure is called a PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal means near, then convoluted means highly coiled tubule. Then it comes down, then narrows down and form a U-shaped loop, that is called a loop of Henle. Then again another coiled part is coming, which is away from the Bowman's capsule. So it is called a distal convoluted tubule or DCT. This opens into a tube called a collecting duct. Because here one DCT is opening, here this branch shows that there is another DCT opening here, another. So many nephrons will be opening to a single collecting duct. Now this is the tubular part of the nephron, starting with the Bowman's capsule, which is an enclosed structure. 3-dimensional it will look like this. Okay. Then it is next is a proximal convoluted tubule, which will extend into a U-shaped loop called a loop of Henle. And then it goes to distal convoluted tubule, which will open into a collecting duct. Now one thing to remember here is, it is not like this. This I spread out to show you, but in 3-dimensional way these parts are very close to each other. Now coming to the arteriole. So a branch of the artery, that is called the arteriole, enters into this, and this is called the afferent artery or afferent arteriole. Coming inside is afferent. Then it branches to form many capillaries inside. Then it goes out. This is called the efferent arteriole. Okay. So both are arteries only, don't mistake that it is coming in is artery, going out is vein. No. A branch of an artery comes in, that is called a afferent arteriole, which is after making a tuft of capillaries inside, it will go out as a efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole then forms a tubular network of blood vessels around this. This is forming the peritubular capillaries, and minute branch of this peritubular capillary which is going parallel to the loop of Henle is called the vasa recta. So all these blood vessels form the peritubular capillaries, and finally the one parallel to the loop of Henle is the vasa recta. Then finally it will come out as a vein. Now when we talk about these nephrons, suppose this is the medullary cortex of the kidney and this is a medulla. Okay. So in most of the nephrons, this parts, basically this part will be in the cortical region, only the loop of Henle will be in the medullary region. But in majority, the loop of Henle will be only little into the medullary region. So that means majority of the part is in the cortical region. So that is called a cortical nephron. Whereas in certain cases, very rarely, this can be very long inside. This is called a juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay, so there are two types of nephrons. If the Henle's loop is little deep into the medullary region, it is called a cortical nephron. Whereas the Henle's loop is very deep inside the medullary region, then it is called a juxtamedullary nephron. Cortical nephrons are found in most of the cases. This glomerulus along with the Bowman's capsule is called the renal corpuscle, or we call it as Malpighian body. Malpighian tubule we saw in cockroach, this is Malpighian body. If you find my lessons useful, please like, share with all your friends, and also subscribe to the channel Biology My Passion. Thank you for watching.